and we are back for another episode of Ray's Franchise. Last episode we left off, this was not in the actual video, but just something to note. We did sign Anthony Bonda. It's a 1-year deal. He was kind of just sitting out in free agency. He was good the past 2 years in simulation, so I wanted him back, or to bring him in. And, you know, he's kind of just a depth lefty. And he's a insurance policy if Tanner Scott can't figure it out. Tanner Scott's pitched better of late. We'll have to see how that goes. Because we got a young closer. Not insane on the gun, but looks like he's got great stuff. Speaking of great stuff, Ford James is killing it down at AA right now. I don't think it's quite time yet to give him that call to the majors, or call up to AAA. I think he needs just a little bit more under his bat. Don't want to rush him. He is getting better, so there's no real reason to bring him up super duper fast. Now, we are a team under 500. I made a couple changes. The rookie is getting the call up to the leadoff spot. Junior Caminero still in the 2 spot. Aranda, Rooker, Muncy will be the 3 through 5. 6 will be Andujar, India 7. Hunter Fiducia is the catcher, and Chandler Simpson, we're going to have him be like a second leadoff man. He doesn't hit well enough to be the leadoff man right now anymore, and then it's kind of a very similar lineup to what we had before. India will just be the leadoff man. Chandler Simpson goes to being the second leadoff. If we can get his elite speed in front of guys, that's huge for us. Cam Smith still a bench bat at this point. He's been very good as a bench bat. Now, Max Muncy has not hit lefties at all this year. He still has good pop. It might be time for Max Muncy to kind of get pushed out of being in that spot. So I think we're going to put in Cam Smith, who has not been great against lefties, but it's been a small sample, and he's been good against righties, which is a great sign for the young man, as he is getting better in every which way offensively. So he's going to be the 6-hole hitter. Henry Davis isn't quite hitting yet, but I mean, what do you really want? He's a backup catcher. I don't really care necessarily how good he is offensively. That's not the number one focus. The number one focus is to get back to 500. We are 7 games under 500. And we got Max Fried on the mound. Let's see if Ryan Pepio can outduel Max Fried. Yankees going for the sweep as they're up 1. Where player locked is Jackie Zachary, as it's a hard ground ball to Showtime event. Press nothing, the throw will come up naturally. There we go. We've learned from last episode. Last episode I had a little bit of a rant. It means I was not very happy. Jackie Zachary to lead off the 3rd inning. It's going to be 7-8-9 due up. As the first pitch is a cutter over the plate, taking a first pitch strike. Not quite the pitch we were looking for. A lot of cutters, a lot of sinkers. Has a big looping curveball. And that sinker's right on the outside corner. Absolutely dotted. We're down 0-2. We might want to swing the bat. Maybe, just maybe, as the 0-2 swinging through an upstairs cutter. It actually wasn't that upstairs, as there's 2 outs here, still down 1. Just early on an off-the-plate cutter. Looked like a pitch we could hit. Didn't really do much with it. 250 hitter on the season for Zachary. And that's going to help the average. A slow roller up the middle of the infield, and that's a 1-out single, or a 2-out single. And it's going to bring up Henry Davis, who we do not want to get a big lead on. Max Fried, one of the best pickoff artists in the game. that pitch is way low. Zachary gonna slide in, make sure nobody can try and get a tag on him. That's his 9th stolen base since being called up. In a relatively short sample, it's been just under a month's time, as that's fielded by Willie Adames to end the inning. We get a single, but nothing more. As Austin Wells, the 9-hole hitter, comes up, we got a chance here for a double play opportunity. It's going to be hit to second base. A jump throw. What a play by Zachary. As we've taken a 2-1 lead here, it's the 7th inning, 1 on, 1 out. As we need this to be a big, big inning for the Tampa Bay Rays. Zachary singled his last time up. 1-0, swinging through a high cutter upstairs. We were late on the cutter. The 1-1. Big breaking ball for the top corner. Actually, that was a lot lower than I thought it was initially. The 1-2. Downstairs for a ball. Would love another hit here from Zachary. Good timing on a middle fastball. Just able to foul it off. It's a bit high. That ball needs to be scorched to a gap. The 2-2. Able to foul off. That cutter was dotted on the upstairs corner. 2-2 again. Big cut and a miss on a low fastball. Got it by us. As we got another run in, and Cole Sands is now the pitcher. Good speed, and Cam Smith over on second. Nobody out. We're going to swing through. That fastball was most certainly up. We timed it up with good timing, just too high for us to get the barrel on. 0-1, and that's going to be served into the outfield. That's a base hit. Cam Smith is going to try to come around and score. The throw is cut, and that's an RBI single for Zachary. As it's now 0-2 here to Henry Davis. We're going to try and run here on the pitch. We're off. Taken, and that's 10 stolen bases for Jackie Zachary. Means it's now 1-2 here to Davis. Scoring position now for the backup catcher. The 1-2 pitch. A middle breaking ball. Davis does not get the bat off his shoulder. Chandler Simpson will come up to the plate. He's 1 for 3 on the day. And that's going to be rolled over to first. Ben Rice makes the play cleanly. And now it's up to the top of the order and Jonathan India to try and hit us in this spot. We're going to get a nice big lead. The 2-2 pitch coming to Jonathan India. He's going to hit it weakly on the ground to short. A good throw gets the out. We drive in another run with an RBI single. As it's 2 outs for Cody Bellinger. 1-2 here to Cody as we've kept him in check this whole series. As we're going to try and avoid the sweep. It's hit hard up the middle. Or sorry, not up the middle. India's got it ranging over to his right and will make the play easily. We're going to take a 4-1 win and avoid the series sweep. Pepio with a fantastic outing. Max Fried struck out 10 batters. Miguel Andujar, 2-run homer. It's what got us on the board originally to take the lead. A great outing from both pitchers. Way to survive and advance. As we get a big win in the first game of the year, is David Festa. Isn't he a relief pitcher? Or am I thinking of somebody else? We're going to sim the first game as we're going to win that one. And I want to be on the mound again for another Cam Caminetti start. We're going to player lock with Cam Caminetti and try and get that ERA down just a teeny tiny bit more. Because our offense is red hot. We'll take a look at Cam Caminetti as he gets ready for this game, talking over the final game plans with Fiducia. Caminetti has been dominant over his last 2 starts. 11 hits allowed in 11 and a third innings, 10 strikeouts, 1 walk. The fact we've lost a game in that time is a travesty to what the offense has done. Caminetti has been a monster for us. His overall isn't the highest, like, on this team, but he's easily been the best pitcher for us today. On the year, hopefully he's the best pitcher today. That would be great news. That slider's fouled back, quickly ahead of Shawnuel. 0-2. Gonna try and run a fastball in on the hands to the lefty. Just got it too far inside. Hunter Brown continues to dominate the strikeout battle with the Astros, as that's going to be hit fairly well up the middle of the infield. Zachary can't get to it. That's a leadoff single for Shawnuel. Quickly rushed to the majors with Shawnuel, as that slugged high in the air and deep. If it's got the distance, it could be gone. It will one hop off the wall, and a bad throw is going to allow the batter runner to advance to third. Chandler Simpson with an ugly throw. It's probably a double and then an error. And the Angels are going to take a 1-0 lead here early, as up stands J.J. Bleday. We're ahead 0-2 now. Try and get the changeup low and in. J.J. Bleday has been a godsend early on in the season for the Cincinnati Reds. 2-run triple on the day, as he's walking significantly more than he's striking out. Seems like every single game this kid's got a 2-walk day. So that slider's way in. We missed the spot. We wanted outside. It kind of ran almost middle in. We're late on the delivery of that fastball, but it's right on the black. Something J.J. Bleday in real life would foul off. So that slider's left hanging for Christian Moore to hit hard foul. Caminetti struggling here in the first, as that ball's hit fairly hard. Do not catch that. Thank you. If he would have caught that, that would have been another run on a foul sack fly. And that slider's going to tie up Christian Moore. And that'll bring up Beeman Benson. Got a lot of power, a lot of strikeout in that bat. Does walk a significant amount. But yet again, 73 strikeouts already to this point in the season. 6th in the American League, as that was not a... That was a strike. That's the best pitch I think I've ever thrown, ever. An in fastball, as that will be his 74th strikeout of the season. Caminetti working out of trouble. That'll bring up Royce Lewis, the former #1 overall pick by the Minnesota Twins. 7 RBIs in his last 10 games, but his career has just been derailed. A story that we've seen a lot over the years in baseball. A man who just cannot stay on the field. The best ability is availability. He had like half a season where I think he hit 23 homers, and it was like in 86 games, and everyone's like, this guy's a legit, like, won't say MVP candidate, because that's crazy, but people were talking like he was going to be like an absolute insane star. As Caminetti's going to take this. Junior Caminero telling the pitcher to take it. Feel like that's not his job, but he fields his position well. Give Caminetti the gold glove. He's made one play. That slider catches a lot of the plate. Former top prospect of the Dodgers, James Outman, big cut and a miss. Assuming Outman and Lewis must have came over in a trade from the Twins during the offseason, as he's going to look at a curveball that's right down the heart of the plate. Rays need to get some offense going for us. These last 10 games have been ugly for us, as we were on a long losing streak. But right now it's all tied up as Luke Stevens comes to the plate. He's going to look at a slider over the plate for a strike. Caminetti, we got him in a big trade. Sent Drew Rasmussen and other players to the Braves for Smith-Shawver and Caminetti. We thought the main prize was going to be Smith-Shawver. Smith-Shawver has not been good in his Rays tenure, but Caminetti has been very good this year. As Aranda's trying to make a play, it's way foul. The 0-2 now to Stevenson. Very much a ball. We'll try a curveball. Good release, good timing. Just off the plate away. As the count will go full. 2-2 now. And that's a fastball at the top of the zone. Stevens caught looking. Another backwards K for Caminetti. Nolan Shonowell coming back up. A leadoff single his last time, as that's just off the plate by a hair. He's 4th in the American League in walks. Very patient bat. A good lefty swing, looking to walk a lot. Very similar approach to Joey Votto. Just nowhere near the actual talent of the soon-to-be, hopefully, first ballot Hall of Famer. But a first baseman who can hit you homers. He's not expected to hit you crazy ton amount of homers. He's just there to walk and field his position very well. I say that as that's completely disrespectful to what Joey Votto did, but people will understand the sentiment and the point. Especially Brenneman for years would be all over Joey Votto's case for walking too much. He's like, you're the only guy on this team that's like worth anything. You're getting paid $20-some million a year, and all you do is walk. Little did he know, after his retirement from being the everyday radio voice of the Reds, that walking would actually be prioritized over hitting. I would love to see how he would call games now where everybody's really 3 true outcomes. As we take a 3-1 lead, we'll take a look here at the game log. It was an India grounder to center that scored Andujar the first time. A Rooker double scored Aranda, and then a grounder to left. No, India was thrown out, so where did the other run come from? Andujar advances, grounder to left. So a run scored, India was just out on the play at home, which is unfortunate, but we at least got a run. J.J. Bleday, 11 homers so far in the year, as he was just ahead of number 12. So it's 1-1 here to Bleday. Gotta be careful, the former top pick out of Vandy. One of the many Vandy boys in major leagues. As we've fallen behind 3-1, this is more like a J.J. Bleday at bat. Taking good pitches as that one's weakly hit, and Duhar's under it. He'll make the play right along the third base foul line. And then he'll bring up Christian Moore. Caminetti's, this will be his 50th pitch, and that's a beautiful slider for a strike. A lot of power on this Angels team. Not quite a lot of wins yet, as that pitch. Ump is doing a great job behind the plate today. Everything that's been just a hair off has been called a ball. Obviously, I don't like that, but if he's calling it the same for my CPU bats, I can't really complain. That's a great job by Blue. It's Will Benson. He will chase. Not looking for that pitch, apparently. Will Benson does not hit lefties well. I will tell you, Will Benson has a better chance of winning the lottery right now than getting a hit off a lefty. And looks like he's not winning the lottery today. Benson down on strikes. Caminetti with another dominant outing where he leads 3-1. 6-1 after that last inning. We can scroll back down to the game logs, and then Duhar bases clearing double scored Caminero, Rooker, and Muncy. And Duhar's been so good for us, as the first pitch to Royce Lewis is a fastball by at 96. We're going to try breaking ball, get it in, swinging over the top. It would have been dotted for a strike even if he didn't swing. We'll try and get the changeup off the plate. He does not offer at 79. Similar arm action on the fastball and the changeup, as that's belted foul. Trying to be ready for 96 and then seeing 77 on the outside corner has got to be just a nightmare to have to deal with, as India makes a nice play fielding his position. That'll bring up Anthony Volpe. once seen as the next Derek Jeter, has now found himself being clowned at AAA in real life, being replaced by Jose Caballero, and now being on the Angels. As Junior Caminero is going to field his position, getting the former Gold Glove winning shortstop. As since that Gold Glove campaign, he's been fairly putrid defensively. As James Outman leads this team in doubles, at least is tied for it. So James Outman finding himself a little bit of a roll out here in Anaheim. Although 220 batting average isn't great. This is sliced foul. Just foul. We're going to try and get another curveball low for a strikeout. Caminetti cannot get the chase. Fastball on the outside part of the plate, and it's called strike 3. They are not picking up Caminetti here today. Go Rays indeed. 6-1. Fiducia Simpson and Zachary up next. As Anthony Bender checks in with his almost 7 ERA, Caminetti pulled after what was just a dominant outing. Surprised they pulled him so soon. It was only 5 innings. The pitch count was in a wonderful spot. Logan Evans got torches. Of course, Bender gives up another earned run. He's up to now a 7 ERA in the 6th. I feel like Caminetti shouldn't have gotten pulled there. Kevin Cash being really aggressive with the pulls. And we're trying to go for a series win now, as we're now only 4 games under 500. How much does Anthony Bender want to be paid to fake an injury? I'm being sarcastic with this, but he's been horrible. I mean, the whip isn't bad. The FIP is worse. I feel like we should have taken a look at the FIP. He's giving up a lot of home runs. He's striking out more batters than he has over his career. He's kind of walking not more than really what he did last year. He's on pace for a lot more strikeouts. 7 blown saves already. Not a great look. So he needs to be better. We got him for another year. If he continues to struggle, I'll look to get off his contract. Tanner Scott is getting better and worse at the same time, so that's something. He's not really pitching well, as we got to free up a relief spot at AAA as Banda signed officially with us and cleared waivers. Probably going to be Rob going to A-ball. Rob's going to be sent down. The 35-year-old will not be pitching at AAA. He's going to be sent on we'll call it a rehab assignment down at A-ball. And we need to take a look and see how 4 James is doing. Average is dropping a little bit. 400 on base, 440 slugging. 4 James is going to be working himself up to a AAA call-up at some point in this video. But we're going to play our luck as Smith Shawver, and we're going to try and go out there and win this series against the Angels. Smith Shawver will face J.J. Bleday. Remember, last time we saw Bleday, he struggled against the Yankees. He's a pitcher that has reverse splits. He actually has a better hit per 9 against lefties pretty significantly. It's almost a 30-point jump from his hits per 9 against lefties and righties as that curveball. That's one thing about Smith Shawver. We are not good with his timing, as we're late on that as that fastball is grounded. We have just not been able to get outs with Smith Shawver ever since he got here. We get an out there. It's popped sky high, and Duhar will call off Simpson and will make the play. Smith Shawver, a 5-pitch first out as up comes Shawnoel, hitting 240 on the year. Way too early on the split. Almost a strike. What a call by Blue. Just off the plate away. That fastball is ripped foul. Way early on that pitch. That's a pitch I feel like Shawnuel does not pull in real life, as he's going to swing through a beautiful split finger. We're going to try another one of those right here. Get it more in. Actually was a slider. Didn't even know what I was throwing. That might be a problem for Smith-Shawver, but that strikeout sure isn't. As Beeman Will Benson comes to the plate. That pitch is off the plate away. Benson cannot hit a breaking ball. He can hit the fastball, and that checks out pretty well, to say the least. I've seen that swing 100 times as we take out the home plate umpire. So we're going to try and get a slider down and in for the punch out. The 1-2 pitch to Beeman Benson is just low off the plate, a little bit in. We'll try and work a fastball off it on the outside part of the plate as he swings through 98. That's what made Smith-Shawver a top prospect back in the day. As the Rays, we're up 1-0 as here comes Royce Lewis. Hitting cleanup today. That splitter is grounded softly to Aranda. Aranda will take it himself. All three of us kind of converge there. We get the out as James Outman. 218 average in the 5-hole. Kind of tells you a lot about where this Angels offense is. Though 3 homers over its last 10 is pretty nice. Fastball by you at 95. Hittable pitch. So we'll try and live a little bit more on the edges as we throw middle fastball. Zachary's going to go out into shallow left field to make the play. And we got 2 down here pretty quickly, as that is a pitch we don't want to throw again. As up comes one of the more underrated players in baseball, in Zach Neto. Leads them in hits with 64. Average not quite where you'd want to see it for your hits leader. And they're showing the Marlins bullpen. Hey man, the Marlins have been very, very good in this franchise, as that's roped. And Duhar, first step was in, not what you want to do. He's got a chance on or just off. Throw just late to get Neto. It's his 13th double of the year. And Duhar has a great arm. If anybody on this team could have gotten the out there, it was going to be Andujar. One of the best outfield arms in the game. We got a lot of good arms. India's going to range over on the weak chopper to his left and make the easy throw on to first. Smith-Shawver pitching fairly well as we're now up 3-1. We can take a look. Max Muncy had a sac fly that scored Caminero, and a Caminero triple. Who let Junior hit a triple? But that'll score Fiducia and Zachary. And that'll bring up Endy Rodriguez. A couple years ago when we were trying to make minor league signings, it was either going to be Endy or Henry Davis that we were going to sign to be a minor league catcher for us. We chose Davis over the switch hitter Endy Rodriguez, as he's out right there. Nelson Velasquez, former top prospect, I believe, with the Cubs, just never really got a real good shot at the big league level. And he's got tremendous power. He also has tremendous strikeout rate, as Chandler's going to get under this one. Out number 2 for Smith-Shawver here in the 3rd. Back up to the leadoff man, J.J. Bleday. That splitter just able to be fouled off. Did that go off Fiducia? Couldn't tell if that went off Fiducia. Bleday 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts yesterday. Just able to avoid the golden sombrero. So we'll try and get a strikeout here. 0-2 splitter is popped foul out of play. So that pitch was very much hittable. We're going to try and get a fastball in on the hands, as it's been fastball splitter. And this at bat, and it's roped right at Jonathan India. A hard hit out, right place, right time. And that's how we go through 3 scoreless innings, as Bleday can't believe it. Heart of the order due up, spike in the helmet. That ain't good for the cortisol. As JJ Bleday has a major cortisol spike after hitting a hard line drive out. Fairly relatable. Can't blame him for that crash out. As we'll take an 0-2 advantage on Nolan Shawnoel. And we're going to try... Hadn't thrown a lot of breaking balls that last inning. We're going to try and mix a curveball in, and it's fouled back. We've been fairly good just going fastball, split, working that fastball in hard to these lefty bats. That's pulled foul. Might not want to go back to that high inside fastball again. We'll try to dance a splitter on the outside corner. It's just off the plate, or we're going to hang it. Junior with a nice play on the pirouette throw to Aranda. That's a way to get the first out. Field your position there. As Will Benson comes up to the plate. Fastball fouled off. He's late on 97. He leads this team in homers with 14. Benson is feast or famine. When he gets going, he turns into like prime Barry Bonds. Everywhere in between it, it's Jeff Mathis. As he's Mathising today, down on strikes again. Third strikeout of the day for Smith-Shawvers. We tango with Royce Lewis. Splitter off the plate. They say it's a ball. It was probably just a ball, maybe clipped. Not worth using a challenge yet today. Smith-Shawvers had a great outing. That's going to make the count 1-1. We're going to try and dance a curveball low. Get a big swing and a miss here from Lewis. Does not bite. Curveball just a little bit too low from where I wanted it. We're going to try and just get this slider to run itself back onto the plate, as that's a called strike. What a pitch. So we're going to get the splitter off away. 2-2 here to Lewis. Hit hard to Aranda. Nice play. And we're through 4 clean innings with Smith-Shawver. Could this get AJ Smith-Shawver going? As it's going to be India, Fiducia, and Simpson. Bottom of our order due up at the bottom of the 4th. Leading off the inning is James Outman, as the bottom of our order went quietly. As the first pitch to Outman is way off the plate. 32 goes against 32. Rays and Angels. Neither team, I can't think of any history between the two organizations off the top of my head. I'm sure there's something dating back to when maybe both these teams made the playoffs, and that, was it 2002 where the Rays went to the World Series? Because I know they went 20. Zach Neto, he's going to challenge a close pitch, and it is just off the plate. A great challenge there by Neto. Just a beautiful pitch. Ump's real first bad call of the day, and Neto quickly gets it corrected. As we'll try and go with a curveball off the plate away. We're going to run it back over the plate. It smacked foul. That had a chance to be trouble if it got to the wall and just died in that corner. So we're going to try and run that slider off. Not able to get it off enough. We're going to try and get this splitter down and away. Get a big swing and a miss here from Neto, and we do. Zach Neto, the former All-Star shortstop, down on strikes. 4 strikeouts on the day for Smith-Shawver. He's gotten a lot of in-play outs. Not a lot of strikeouts on the day, as that's just a perfect fastball. Smith-Shawver, I'm not going to ask him to strike out the world. I just need him to get out somehow. Historically for us so far, he has not been able to get outs. Maybe he doesn't like pitching here in Tropicana Field, as that ball is served. Rooker going back on it. It's going to hop off the wall. Fielded by Rooker. Throw back in. Cut by India. It's a 2-out double by Christian Moore. His 11th of the year. And nobody warming up in the bullpen. They trust us to face Endy Rodriguez. As that's a dotted fastball. Nothing you can do with that. As I don't think I'd really want to warm up anybody to face a batter hitting 190. I think I would trust my starter. We're going to dance a splitter away. Hope we don't hang it. It's right off the plate, just barely a ball. And we're going to try and get a fastball. Same spot, and that's going to get the swing and a miss. Endy Rodriguez down 5 strikeouts for Smith-Shawver. And he's back out for the 6th inning. Pitching economically, nobody warming up as we did get another run. We're hitting them right now. We can scroll all the way down. It was a Brent Rooker sac fly scoring Caminero. A double for Caminero is a nice thing to see starting. We need him to get hitting as he's hitting below 230. Probably not anymore. As that first pitch, it looked to be a ball. Nelson Velasquez does not know the strike zone as well as Neto as he's going to swing at a low split. And we got Velasquez just in our palm as we'll go for a curveball off the plate. And he's going to serve it right to Jonathan India. Hit it hard, but it's an easy play for the veteran second baseman. J.J. Bleday due up now, hitting 267. I won't make the joke, as he signed with them as a free agent after the Reds cut bait with him. Playing so far some pretty good baseball. Just a packed infield as they must have gotten Will Benson from the same cloth, I'd assume. Both guys probably got DFA'd. Hector Rodriguez probably up in the majors. As we'll try and get back into this at-bat, and we will. 2-2 now after that curveball. And no better time to dance a split finger. Split finger off the plate away. Just unable to get the swing and a miss. A great take by Bleday. We're trying to avoid our first walk of the day. And that's ball 4 to J.J. Bleday. As that's going to get people warming up in the bullpen. Seymour, one of the men warming up in the bullpen. Another lefty it looked like. Or no, it's Anthony Bender. Oh no. 0-1 here to Nolan Shotwell is way off the plate. Need to lock back in here with Smith-Shawver. We're going to get a nice curveball. Called a ball. Fiducia, tap your helmet, kid. I think that was a strike. ABS says strike 2. Call overturned on the corner perfectly. And that's how we get a huge strike against Shotwell. The 1-2 pitch, a low curveball. Kind of ran middle again. As we're going to bear down for this pitch. We need a good fastball in on the hands for strike 3. Good timing. He fouls it back. Unable to get the strikeout. We'll go for a dotted split finger. Good release. Popped up foul. Fiducia's going to camp under it. That's out number 2. As we're trying to work around a 1-out walk. Up stands Beeman Benson. First pitch fastball, basically down the middle, but high. It's called strike. Benson not willing to offer. We'll go splitter outside. Instead it runs middle. Gets a big swing and a miss. It was off the plate. We'll go splitter back outside. That caught too much plate. India's going to make a nice play in the quick flip to Zachary. And that's a quality start for A.J. Smith-Shawver. India, who made the play, is due up to lead off next inning. Anthony Bender into the game, getting crushed against right-handers. And we're going to come away with a big win. Junior Caminero, 5 for 5, 2 homers and a triple. Finished a double shy of the cycle. Zachary went 0 for 5 but scored 3 runs. What an interesting game from him as we win 9-1 behind a dominant outing by Smith-Shawver. Big win against the Angels. Grayson Rodriguez is trying to prevent the sweep and will. Jacob Lopez got roughed up a little bit. It's Ryan Pepio. We're welcoming in the Rockies. First game, Lucas Giolito. We win 11-0. The offense was humming. 2 walks for Zachary. I love to see that. Cam Smith got the start at third base. Cody Clemens to start at first. Cody Clemens with his 3rd home run, Brent Rooker with his 12th, a couple triples, Cam Smith with 1, and Zachary with another. Our offense was humming yesterday, as we're now 3 games under right now. Zachary not quite hitting well in the average department. He's walking a nice amount. He's struggling, funny enough, against righties, but the average is coming up, and he's getting better. We're going to leave him there for now, unless we really want to move India back to being the leadoff man. How does he hit against righties this year? He's hitting fair. He's crushing lefties right now. It's dumb to bring in a lefty for him. Chandler Simpson, average is still kind of hovering around. He's getting a little bit worse offensively. I don't want to put Aranda leading off just because he's so good he should, right, in terms of getting on base and contact. What's India's on base percentage? 360. And Duhar's 350. We might move Zachary down a little bit in the lineup. He's going to go down to 7th. It's nothing against our former top prospect. I'd assume his prospect card is off. No, we still ranked the number 17th prospect in baseball. Not enough plate appearances. As I'm kind of curious, where is he ranked in terms of awards for Rookies of the Year? He's currently listed 3rd. Luke Stevenson of the Angels, actually, is in 1st place. Eduardo Tate finally getting called up. Well, I say that, he's only 21. Damn, he's still young. Acquired for... Who did the Phillies give up for him? Johan Duran, I believe. He was for Johan Duran in that trade. But Zachary in the Rookie of the Year race what is this injury? KC Hunt with a head contusion. I'm going to place him on the 15. Might as well. Down at AAA, Jake Berger is destroying the baseball. Absolutely crushing it. Trey Morgan is it well. Bryce Matthews is hitting a little bit. What about down at AAA? Ford James is just getting better. That's all I gotta say. Xavier Isaac in the average department is struggling mightily. Henry Malloy is starting to figure it out. It's originally after the first year of this franchise, I thought Xavier Isaac was going to be the man who made it over Trey Morgan. It looks like Trey Morgan might end up now being the guy, as he is up to A potential. Trey Morgan is playing so good, he is up to A potential. That is huge for the 25-year-old. That kind of makes him an interesting trade piece. If he's up to A potential. As the Durham Bulls are killing it right now, tied for 1st place in the division. There's no clue how the Biscuits are doing. Can we actually see? Biscuits lead the Southeastern South. We're very creative with AA division names, apparently. As we're 3 under, continuing to get better. What's the transaction completed? Oh, we moved somebody to the injured list. Okay. Edward Cabrera facing off against Dave Glover. And we somehow lose that game as Edward Cabrera gets rocked again. 3 runs in the 1st, 2 more in the 4th. Edward Cabrera has been a problem. Is why the hell was Cody Clemens leading off? There's about 10 guys I would like to have lead off for this team, but Cody Clemens is probably the single last guy I would want leading off. Didn't look like we were really serious about that, as we got our scouting focus. We're scouting this kid. We discovered him. Jason Kepler. Is he from Germany? No, he's from Iowa. Okay. So he's not related to Max Kepler. We might want to change who we're scouting. That might be. How good is this guy? James Ryder. From Ohio, hey. From Ohio. Yeah, he's ass. He is so bad. Unranked kid who's unranked. Yeah, I don't care. So we're going to change the prospect. We're going to take a look at everybody here. Who do we think could be good value down the board is what I'm wondering. A position we kind of don't have minor league depth on is third base. I think it would probably be nice to get another first baseman in on the mix. because it's going to be expensive for us to bring back Junior. Junior Caminero is going to want a lot of money. It's gonna be hard to facilitate that. All right? Do I want him to leave? Absolutely not. I'll try and get him in, but we also got to realize we're playing as the Rays, and he wants $20-some million. Is he worth that money? If that slugging percentage stays the same, absolutely. Realistically, we can't afford that. Right? We're already paying Griffin Jax $10 million as it is. Sorry, 11. Brent Rooker 12 and Aranda 14. It almost comes to a point, man, that Junior Caminero becomes collateral damage, and he just has to go. Don't want that to happen, obviously. Edward Cabrera could go tomorrow, and I don't think I would be crazy mad. He's been a bad investment. I'll be straight. It's been a bad investment in Edward Cabrera. Speaking of, I won't say bad investments because he's slugging. I think Carson Williams has to go down. Carson Williams is going to go down. We're going to bring Brett Wisely up. Right, Brett Wisely, he's not the best player. He was playing decent. He's a utility guy at the worst. Right, so he can kind of play everywhere. He'll cover some bases for us as we go for a series win. Caminiti, can he get the W? We fall 2-1. A great start by Caminiti. Ruined by the bullpen. Bender and Spires giving up runs behind 5 innings of dominant work from Caminiti again. This bullpen is becoming sort of a problem. Smith Shaver, everything that he did. Actually, he only gave up 3 runs. As this time it was Bruzdar. Bender actually had a clean inning for once. So we drop back to 3 straight games now. We're going to claim that one. And Max Muncy is going to try and hit against a left-handed pitcher in Brian Hudson. Something in my head tells me I'm not letting him face him. I understand Max Muncy has great power against lefties. I am pinch hitting for him. Max Muncy, as they have used Cam Smith today. Where is Cam Smith? Is Cam Smith alive? Oh, they have him playing third. Are you trying to tell me they pulled Junior for him to pinch run for Junior? Oh my God. Kevin Cash is an idiot. First pitch almost hits Muncy. Cam Smith trying to come to the plate. He's out. We'll win this one with a run in the 9th. Max Muncy actually homered. That's hilarious. As we simulated after that, I was distraught. You really pulled Junior Caminero for a pinch runner in a close game? Are you insane? We win the series. It's Edward Cabrera. Get shelled again. Dude. You're walking as Bender's gone. Bender's getting cut. Anthony Bender, we're finding a spot for you. We're going to be shipping off Edward Cabrera. That's actually, we can't call up Luis Morales yet. We're going to make a move. Edward Cabrera is going to be out of this organization. We're going to get rid of Anthony Bender. Cam Caminiti's going to get a start against the Diamondbacks as we lose the game. But I'd say we won the war. We got 2 of our worst pitchers off this team. Edward Cabrera was going to be a free agent. There's no point of keeping a dude around who's playing terribly. Bender, we were able to get off the contract. 44 games, it had been a disaster for Bender. We get back our high upside reliever who can kind of start in a way. Who's been really, really good. He can be a influx starter. Smith Shaver is going to get today's start. And we're going to go back down to the minors. And we're going to call back up Luis Morales. He's been good in his starts. Griffin Canning has struggled a little bit. Brody Hopkins, he's been good at AAA. Ken Wilson's also been good at AAA. Brody Hopkins might be the next up, but we'll have to see from here as we'll order the pitching rotation. It's going to be Morales sliding in between Pepio and Caminiti. Ian Seymour will stick us to long relief. Ben Brown can go to long relief if we really want him to. But we get one of the bad relief pitchers off the team. We're going to keep Bruce Dar around for a little bit. He's a free agent, so if he pitches really bad, he pitched really good last year. But if he flames out, we can just get rid of him quickly. But this is how we got the pitching staff currently set up. As there's an injury on the injured list. Doesn't look like anything new, so don't know why it was popping up with a notification. As we'll try and salvage a series, but first, we gotta see who did we actually scout. Recently scouted, looking for an infielder. All these guys are bad. We're gonna change where we get him scouting. We're gonna send him international outfield. We're gonna change up the starting pitchers. We're gonna start scouting them westward. And this guy could still be good just for down the board. We'll see. We'll simulate through that. AJ Smith-Shawver. As we're down 1. Brent Rooker on the mound to face Justin Martinez, the flamethrower. He's given up 2 singles. Got an out. And now it's up to Brent Rooker. Driving some runs home. The big offseason ad. Average and OPS are starting to creep back up. He's 0 for 3, meaning he's due. We got to look out for fastballs and sinkers. And that one's going to be shot. It's going to be a double play. 109 right to the first baseman for a double play. We'll go to simulate, and the Diamondbacks are going to win it in extra innings. It looks like a walk-off home run by Ketel Marte. And that's how we're going to fall. That's sad. Ben Brown actually gives it up. Ketel Marte, what an afternoon for him. So we get swept by the Diamondbacks. Now we'll face the Texas Rangers. As we got a big trade offer. As they're trying to give us Daniel Schneemann and a pitching prospect for Bryce Matthews. No, I'm not going to do it as we win that series against the Rangers. Cam Caminiti against the Mets. Gets a big win is good. Withdraw that trade. I wasn't going to do it. We'll take a look at how the lineup is doing. Brent Rooker's cold, but we're still playing well. Jackie Zachary, there's no point in demoting him. He just needs to slug more. He's been fine. How's he been defensively? He's been good defensively, only 2 errors. Been pretty good. He's walking a nice amount, not striking out. Right? So he hasn't been a liability for us. So we're going to keep it that way. Chandler Simpson's cold. Fiducia's not quite hitting. For James, I'm starting to think just isn't challenged. 417 on base. For James is going to be promoted to AAA. That's the corresponding. We're moving him up. We're going to go to the lineups. For James is going to be in at catcher. We're going to move him all the way up. Trey Morgan is going to hit 6th against lefties. We're going to just keep moving For James up to 2. We're going to have Carson Williams lead off. For James is going to hit 2nd. Jake Berger 3rd. Trey Morgan in the 3 spot. And For James is going to make his AAA debut against the Rochester Red Wings. Player locking as For James, our new 2-hole hitter. The power hitting right-handed catcher will face the lefty Jason Alexander as he will make the AAA debut. Going out to talk. Actually, the pitcher will be Jason Alexander. So we'll face Alex Clemmy. For James, a lot of power. As the first swing of his AAA career's an outfield fly. Unfortunately hit right at somebody. So we might have a chance to gun a runner. Where did we miss on that exactly? Slightly confused. Does not end up hurting us. Torpedo bat for James. First pitch to him. Swinging through a fastball. Good timing. Number 1 prospect in all of baseball. For James. Taking a changeup off the plate at 80 miles an hour. And that's the hardest that changeup actually gets, which is ridiculous. That one's good timing on a middle fastball. And it's just a weak rollover. So we got runners on the pond. Decent speed at first and second. First pitch to us. It's going to be crushed. Good timing, 101 exit velo. It's a double play. We tried to first pitch ambush. As they're going to try a bunt. Not great speed, and we got a great arm. You're gone, buddy. Don't try and run on me, as it's bottom of the 9th versus Valentine Bellozo. First pitch. Cutter in. A lot of cutters. Not a hard thrower. He's a breaking ball specialist. We represent the tying run. Just early on a hanging cutter. That needs to be planted in the seat somewhere here in Durham. That pitch. Great take by Ford James. Come on, James. 2-1. Circle change right on the outside part of the plate. Not worth using a challenge. It was a strike. Just right on the corner. 2-2. Destroying a cutter early. A hanging cutter. We're early on 84 miles an hour. 2-2. Big cut and a miss at 85. And we're going to go down. We're going to simulate to the end of the game. Rochester's going to win this one. Jason Alexander gave up 1 run through 4. As Shane Clemmy dominant 8 innings of work. As that's how we'll drop this one. Smith-Shawver against the Mets. We're down 2. Aranda needs a triple, but more importantly, we need a win. As we'll face Tobias Myers, the man we traded to get Junior Caminero, if you can believe it or not. Junior Caminero was traded for Junior Caminero was an 16-year-old prospect that had just been signed out of the Dominican, and Tobias Myers was a not so very highly regarded prospect, and they did a swap. I'd imagine the Guardians would want to do that one back. I believe they were still the Indians at that point. 3 for 3 is Aranda. He's a triple shy of the cycle. So we're going to just be able to get a piece of that slider. 3 for 3. We need a big hit here, Jonathan. The 0-2. Early on an inside split. As we've actually only seen 1 real strike. The 0-2. Fouling off a just barely low cutter. It might have gotten the plate. I think it looks like it did. So it's 0-2 again here to Aranda. The 0-2. Off the plate away on the fastball. Aranda. 1-2 pitch to him. Slider was starting over the plate. Just worked off. Would have been a strike. We're battling. The 1-2. Early on the slider again. What an at-bat here from Aranda. This will be the 9th pitch. So it looks like the Mets are getting ready to have a fire sale. The 1-2. What a take by Aranda. A low fastball. MVP chance. Back Jonathan Aranda. The 2-2. Strike 3. Swinging. Down goes Aranda. Tobias Myers works out of trouble. As we are unfortunately still down 2. We'll continue to simulate, and that's how the Mets are going to win this one. So A.J. Smith-Shawver gets rocked again. 5 runs through 3 innings. And we back for the end of this episode. We are still in last place. We're 12 games out. We're not in a great spot right now. We are 6 games under 500. as I have gone off and I was out playing basketball. It's now, what, 4 hours since we last recorded? We changed up the lineups a little bit. We got a couple guys slumping. Jackie Zachary's going to stay in that spot. We had just called up Ford James, who went 0 for 4 in his AAA debut, but that's all right. We still got plenty more time as who's gone to the injured list. Broken hand for Ryan Spikes. 3rd round pick, 3rd baseman. He will go and join Adrian Santana. Torn Achilles tendon sucks so bad. Hey, but at least down in the minors, we're kind of crushing it. We got some good talent starting to make their way. Last episode, last time I recorded, we sent Edward Cabrera absolutely packing. And if AJ Smith-Shawver doesn't start figuring this out, he's going to be joining him. He still only has 2 years of control. We're almost out of options with him. He's not even into arbitration yet. But he's been bad. Ryan Pepio, been good. Cam Caminetti's been good. Jacob Lopez over the past couple weeks has been good. Same thing with Luis Morales. AJ Smith-Shawver has been the consistent dud. Brusdar Gratterall's gotten roughed up a lot. And we went out and traded for Ben Brown. We actually sent Edwards back to them. So that's how we got Ben Brown. He's a controllable pitcher. We still got 3 more years of control. He can start. He can kind of do a little bit of everything. He's not a good starter, but as a reliever, he's pretty solid. So there's that. And we're going to continue to simulate through this video. And we might go to the draft. We might as well at this point. I'm back recording. It's Jacob Lopez. We're trying to win this series against the Mets. You know what? I'm fine with this episode being long. We're going to player lock. Who do we want to player lock with? We're going to player lock as the young shortstop. He's struggling of late. He was moved down in the order. Hopefully that did not hurt his confidence. Junior Caminero is red hot right now. Junior Caminero, currently on a 10-game hitting streak. He's absolutely raking right now. Already leads us in homers. He's looking for an all-star nod, maybe even a home run derby appearance. As I was kind of hoping to see what he was hitting over the last 10 games, not just an awkward close-up of him. But we don't always get what we want in life, as that got significantly deeper than it needed to be. We got a runner on first with 1 out. As Jacob Lopez, the pitch to Lindor is hit to the second baseman. And we got to make this throw, and we will, somehow phasing through the hands of Smith. Unsure who Smith is, as there's 2 outs with a runner on first, and up comes Jackie Zachary wearing 31, which was an interesting number. It was the number he chose, and that's good timing, and maybe a little bit late on the fastball. His last game, 2 for 4 with a home run. You'd love to see that power start to jump. The 0-1. Good timing on a curveball, and it's a rollover, getting Andujar out at second. Oh, it's Pavin Smith, who's their leadoff man. A leadoff DH is something I feel like we don't see a whole lot. 1-1, and we're going to be ranging to our left. And we're going to make a nice cross-body throw. That's a hard throw to make. Jackie Zachary does it easily. And we're currently down 3-0. We've got a runner in scoring position with 1 out. That could be a bloop single. It was good timing on a middle fastball as it disappears before I could show you guys. But it was good timing on a literal down Broadway pitch. So annoying. As this is hit hard, we're going to lay out. Nice flip. India with a strong turn. That's how we get 2. A beautiful turn on the 6-4-3. What a play by Zachary. Laying out the quick flip to India. And what a jump throw by India to get the catcher by a step. nobody else on that team we could have gotten out there, as we got Tobias Myers on the mound here to start the 8th inning. We're down 3. As if he's gonna glitch like that, it's gonna be hard. I hope I'm not the only one that noticed that first pitch glitch. It looked like the pitch jumped up and rise, as that was slightly late timing on a high fastball. Popped sky high. Not our day at all. We'll simulate this one. And that's how we're going to drop Nick Mears with a save. Jacob Lopez, only one of those runs was earned against him. Or no, he didn't even get out of the 4th inning. Or maybe all those were unearned? Yep. Or no, Ian Seymour gave up 2 runs. Brewstar gave up 2 hits, but was able to get an out. Brewstar's been bad of late. We drop a series to the Mets after winning the first one. Ryan Pepio, we lose 2-0. Bullpen loss. Luis Morales, he's pitching fairly good right now. Knocking on wood, but Luis Morales will be facing Bobby Witt Jr. And he's having just a ridiculous season right now as Bobby Witt. High fastball called a strike. He's going to challenge it, and he's probably going to win this one. That looked significantly high. Tied by probably half an inch. As I wish we got like the ABS measurements. That's a beautiful pitch on the sinker. The CPU is probably going to pull me if in the 9th inning if we even get to that point, as that's a ground ball. Nice play by Zachary. The throw-on's in time. As I'm actually going to try and look up on how to make it so we don't get pulled. Couldn't find how to do it, so if it happens, it will just happen. Right? As that's a hard hit ball to India. That's 2 outs here in the 7th inning. Mason Miller, I forgot's a Royal. Got his 29th save of the year. First pitch here to Garcia. Breaking ball called a strike. That was not a good located breaking ball. Try and get the fastball in. A little too far in, Henry Davis. Behind home plate for us. Changeup ran way far in. We'll try again with the fastball. That's a good pitch. It's hit sky high. Zachary's calling for it in shallow left field. And we'll make the catch. Luis Morales having a pretty good day on the mound, and yet we got pulled. We're going to win this game. We gave up 1 hit. What's the point of having me hop into the moment if you're going to pull me after 3 outs? When did we give it up? Tanner Scott gave it up, not surprising. Luis Morales was robbed of being able to complete a no-hitter. If somebody knows how to change that setting, please somebody let me know. Shane McClanahan's a Royal. Former Royal, or former Ray, facing off. Cam and Eddie gets the best of him. We were able to get to McClanahan, although they got 4 runs on the 8th inning. Who was giving that up? Gabe Spires was the one getting rocked. Really? Cam and Eddie's just been dominant this whole year. Smith Shawver against the Cardinals. You know what? Smith Shawver pitched good. 5 innings, a 2-run ball. That ain't bad. Like, it isn't ideal, but you know what? It could be a lot worse. Jacob Lopez against the Cardinals. We got a big moment to hop into. We are down 1. We're 7 down in the win column. We're playing a bad team. We need to beat a team like this. There's no reason why we should be this bad. We are such a better team than what the record shows, as unable to check the swing on that pitch. I hit the check button so early, but the 0-1. Sinker just blasted by us. Yeah, we were just late on that pitch. The 0-2 now here to Rooker. Swinging over top of the slider. That's a tough pitch to lay off of, and it's down to Max Muncy. We were just early, unable to get a piece. First pitch to Max Muncy. It's going to be hit. Perfect ground out. 115 off the bat. That's baseball. Jacob Lopez, what a great start. That's back-to-back good starts for Lopez. Jose Barrero was the one playing. I know that ain't who I think it was. Jose Barrero's figuring it out. He's back in St. Louis? Man, good for him, man. How old is he now in this game at this point in 2028? 29. Dude, he's still just so young. Great athlete. Not a great player. I remember his first 2 home runs in 2022 in the same game against the Brewers. That's just his problem, dude. 9 walks to 76 strikeouts in 48 games. Like, the dude, if you told him to lay off an outside slider or he had to give up his entire MLB earnings, he would just hand it over to you before you threw the outside slider, because he pretty much knows he has no chance. B potential, though. Glad they're still giving him a chance. He's the backup. Mason Wynn might be a free agent at the end of the year. No, he's got 1 more year, so Barrero is just a nice backup player. Good for Jose. What's not good for us is our record. We got the final scouting of the year. We're going to set it on international. We'll just continue scouting Jose Ortiz. I mean, there's not really anybody that I'd rather scout at this point. We'll take a look at recently scouted and find the player that we were just discovering. And he doesn't look like he's going to be any good, as he's a catcher. I'm confused. So he's a left fielder who can catch, is what I'm gathering from this, right? That says left field, and it's showing fielding ability, blocking, and pop time. So he's a catcher with speed. Raul Carrillo, interesting player, to say the least. Ryan Pepio, that's who we've turned to get a win. Luis Morales pitched well. The bullpen has given up runs in 3 consecutive innings, and Tanner Scott is now coming on to get the final out against what is a really good Pirates team. Kerry Carpenter's a stud for them, as the Tigers completely blew it sky high. First pitch to Kerry is a fastball by ya. Kerry Carpenter does not hit lefties well, but his clutch is actually higher. We're challenging that pitch. We're challenging that pitch so hard right now. That's got to be a strike. And the call is overturned. Strike 2, and we are a strike away from getting the win here on the 4th of July. Changeup was left middle. Come up firing, Rooker. The play at the plate is late. We left the changeup literally down the fucking middle. I'm blaming Tanner Scott on that, as that's going to bloop in front of India. They now have the lead. I understand that, that's completely user error, but Tanner Scott sucks to pitch with, dude. He's became a literal garden gnome on the pitcher's mound, as that's hit hard. Chandler Simpson's got it. We're going to try and rally from back down 1. Coming onto the mound is Dennis Santana, who's been really good on the year. Hunter Fiducia is the batter. We're going to swing through a fastball. We were just early on it. Where the hell? Oh, the right fielder's or the third baseman's playing hard, no doubles. Is that slugged high in the air? Fiducia! Could it be? Could it be? Gone! Hunter Fiducia! Tie game! Tie game for Hunter Fiducia. A big home run. That bloop single, significant now. And Chandler Simpson will stand up to the plate. What a swing from Fiducia. Good timing on a sinker middle in. So that slider's going to be off the plate. What a swing from our catcher, Fiducia. If he keeps swinging like that, he's going to keep 4 James down in the minors for a little bit longer. And could that please get down? Nope. Good timing, hit right at... Who is that supposed to be? No clue who that was supposed to be. Middle fastball, good timing. Just sucks to suck, I guess. So that's good timing on a middle fastball. Hit right at somebody again. Yippee! 2 good timing swings and nothing to show for it. Except we did get a home run, so I can't complain. We haven't lost the game yet. There is no way in hell. There's absolutely no way. Maybe hell froze over. I did not go on that. 0-1 here to Junior. That's going to be roped into the gap. Can that get down for a double? No, it's going to be a single. Another good timing swing. Not hit very hard. But nevertheless, a runner is on. It will prolong the inning for Jonathan Aranda. We're timing up Dennis Santana right now. His confidence is shot. Pitch to Aranda. Swung on the fastball through. It was high. And we had fairly good timing. Just couldn't make contact. The 0-1. We'll take that one. He's just destroyed right-handed pitching this year. Been okay against lefties. It's not anything to write home about. As that was good timing. I'm telling you. Yep, good timing. Maybe a little bit late. Tough pitch. 1-2. That's roped foul. Can we get the come from behind win? Technically, comeback win. 1-2. Might as well challenge it, right? You get an extra one in extra innings, but Hunter Fiducia with a big home run to tie this game. The unlikeliest of power hitters comes through as we'll face Adley Rutschman. That pitch is just way high. Adley's weak side is from the left side. As that's going to be shot through the infield. A slow roller. Nobody was home to get to that. And we'll face Alec Burleson. That's called a strike. It was a strike, actually. Fouled back a slider. And we're going to warm somebody up in the bullpen. It's going to be Manny, who's going to be warming up here really, really fast. We're going to go to a fastball outside. Try and get a swing and a miss. Unable to get it on the plate. Just barely off. We'll go change up low and in. It's going to be fouled back, man. Come on. Slider down and away. Burleson not going away. We'll go fastball out. Burleson just will not go away. Please go away. Get him off our pitches. Fastball outside again. That's going to be grounded softly through the infield. That's a run. And that fastball wasn't even a strike. And this is Ozzy Albies' strong side. But at this point, we might as well just pitch away. It's off the plate, of course it is. Big swing and a miss by Ozzy. We're going to try and get the slider down and in. Was not down or in enough. We'll try and dance a changeup away. Unable to make it a strike. We're going to go fastball back in. It's over the plate. Tanner Scott sucks, dude. Way late on the breaking ball. Runner's not going. Good block there by Fiducia. It's now a full count with Jake Magnum on deck. Good location on the fastball. Ozzy goes down. And we're going to the bullpen. We're going to have a mound visit. Manuel's all ready. We're going to put him in the game. Kevin Cash comes out. We're down 1. Aranda will be the runner at first for extra innings. I don't think I'm going to let him stay out there, but Jake Magnum's going to challenge this. And he's going to win it. What a great challenge. Whew. Come on. I'm going to try and tie him up with a fastball. Just tying off the plate. Actually, that caught the plate. Bad call by Blue. We'll get a sinker on the plate, and that's going to be blooped into the outfield. Strong throw. Its bases loaded. 1 out. As a sinker on the inside part of the plate is going to get... Or, I don't even know what I'm saying. It's late. I'm tired. That sinker right down the middle. We'll try and dance a slider off the plate to Connor Griffin. He's going to ground it hard. We got good speed at first. Going to be hard to definitely get a double play here. We're going to run the sinker in. And it served weakly into the outfield. Everybody go station to station. Where was that pitch? That's a dotted inside sinker. No. And we're down 2 now. Okay, I would like a strike here. That's going to be hit sky high. Rooker's got a decent arm. We're going to try the throw home in time for the out. Burleson's gunned. We got 2 runs to make up. It's going to be Rooker on the mound. I would love a home run here. That one served into the outfield. It's going to be caught. Unbelievable indeed. Up stands Max Muncy. Dennis Santana trying to go for the win as we hooked that slider. Couldn't get down. That felt like good timing on the sinker. We were right on the border of being late and good. The 0-1 here to Mad Max. Way low. Aranda's run doesn't matter at all. In reality. It's Max Muncy's run that matters. We don't need the pinch run yet. Especially when we only have one guy on our bench who is like a speed threat right now. It's the 2-1. Swinging through a cutter. We were just early on it. It was a strike. And now the count's even at 2 a pop. Striking out on a low sinker. As they'll go to the bullpen here. They're bringing out a lefty for Andujar. That's bold. Aaron Ashby's found his way from Milwaukee to Pittsburgh. That one served high in the air. Just not deep enough. Good timing on a middle sinker. And that's how Pittsburgh's going to win this game. We gave up 5 runs in the 9th and 10th. All but one of their runs. Actually, no, all of their runs came from the bullpen. Or no, Luis Morales gave up 1 run. The bullpen gave up everything else. We gotta hop into this one. We're up 3-2. And the tying run is at first for Burleson. Griffin Jacks needs to lock in here. He needs to bear down and get these goddamn outs. So that's a good pitch. Triple shy of the cycle for Burleson. Yeah, you're not getting that, fat ass. The cutter's off the plate and high. It's a nice swing there, jackass. Change up off the plate. Why didn't you swing at that one? You liked the last fastball that was way off. That smacked foul. Yeah, so can we That's just a dotted pitch, man. We're going to try and tie him up with a fastball up and in. Doesn't end up getting up and in. I'm going to run this breaking ball low. It is just going to be weak contact served. This checks out like yesterday right now. Tie run in scoring position. And it's for Connor Griffin. Jared Triolo is the base runner. As that's going to be hit into the outfield again. A run's trying to come home.
Oh, he's there. Hey.
You really hit that pitch. Back-to-back blown saves for Griffin Jacks against the Pirates. Here's a double play. There we go.
Hey, he's in.
How? How is he safe? How is he safe? In what world is he safe? What are you talking about? In what world is he safe? I can't. Can I challenge that? How do I challenge? You gotta be kidding me. So we only get one out because apparently Angel Hernandez is back. And he's over at first. We're challenging this pitch. Give us a makeup here, game. There we go. Fuck you, strike three. Now I'm annoyed. Now I'm just annoyed. This team should be much better. They're getting blue pit after blue pit after damn blue pit. I'm exhausted. It's... Apparently the first base umpire doesn't want to give us out, so we got to go short way. Whew. It's going to be Zachary Fiducia. We'll finish playing. As it's Aaron Ashby on the mound. First pitch to Zachary is going to be served over third base, a base hit. A leadoff single for Zachary. As Royce Lewis crushed the Nationals today. And it's going to be Hunter Fiducia, the batter. So that's curveball is in. We're going to try and have Zach... You won't believe this. I hadn't even clicked to have him steal yet. I just clicked to have him get off the base. God, I'm done with this game tonight. I'm getting hosed in every single fucking way. I will admit to that. I hit the swing button. I hit the swing button at that because I'm so annoyed. Luckily, I got a good animation. How's come we make contact with that one? We can't make contact with a middle pitch, but we'll sure as fuck make contact with a sinker in that goes 3 inches. How does that... How did you not shatter your wrists by going that far and somehow getting it back in 0.5 seconds, Chandler? You wanna know what would be really funny? A home run right here. That would be... Do you know how hilarious a basically Walmart Billy Hamilton home run would be right here? Can I sign Billy Hamilton? Is he still in this game? Probably not. Not this late into the franchise. Still follow him on Instagram. I love Billy. I have a jersey shirt of him somewhere. Probably doesn't fit me. But you guys don't care about that as we go down swinging. Gabe Spires is in. We're going to try and not shit it. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. Did you see where that pitch just was? I'm going to remove this so you can be in awe of where that pitch was. How in the fuck was that hit out? How? That's the pitch Mariano Rivera made a career out of, because you couldn't hit it and it would shatter your bat on a cutter. Unbelievable. I'm shocked that wasn't called a ball, if I'm being honest right now. Adley Rutschman's probably going to somehow hit.
Nope, outside.
If we have to face Kerry Carpenter another time, he's getting beamed. Why? Because we're setting a standard. If we're just going to be a bad team, which this is probably a horrible watch right now. It's late. I'm obviously annoyed. I got a slight headache that I'm waiting for the Advil to kick in on. I got shit to do in the morning. So I probably should be in bed right now, but I'm waiting for Nick Gonzalez to hit a home run. You know what? I'm going to throw it right here. I'm shocked he didn't go yard on that pitch. We would never be able to make contact with a middle pitch, but they'll sure as hell golf a fastball, shattering their wrists for a home run. Makes total sense. At least Chandler Simpson's got good speed. Thank God that wasn't a base hit. Hit weakly to India. Is this going to be an out? We'll see. Hey, we didn't get screwed this time. Dennis Santana up to the mound. It's going to be India. Elite speed over at second. We're down 2. First pitch to Indy. Good timing on a middle fastball. He's got himself an infield single. Connor Griffin could not make the play over at short. How was a middle fastball with good timing? Very early on the slider. Okay. 0-1 here to Junior. Fouling off a low cutter. Come on, we got to be rewarded with some bullshit here. 0-2 to Junior. That served into the outfield. It's going to be a sac fly RBI. As Chandler comes in to score. Tying run is at first. The winning run now stands in as Jonathan Aranda. The fact that sinker, that's roped into the outfield a base hit. As India's going to go from first to third, a little bit of a bobble, and that's the kind of luck we needed. Brent Rooker to the plate. Tying run is 90 feet away. And they try a pitch out. Did you think I was going to lay down a squeeze or that Aranda was running? Because either way, you're dumb. 1-0 here to Rook. Slugged foul. Slugged foul. Come on. Just wait on that pitch a little bit more and it's a tie game as the infield is very in. Swinging through a high cutter. Late at 92. Come on, Rook. Slider. Early on it. Come on. Come on, game. Give me something. 1-2. Off the plate away just barely. What a take by Rooker. The 2-2. Inside ball 3. Muncy has doubled today. We have ourselves a full count. The 3-2 offering. I knew it was a ball. I knew it was a ball and I still swung. Oh my fucking God. I'm so ass at this game. Muncy, go yard. He's got yellow energy. I'm not swinging at another pitch unless it's down Broadway. Because I know he can't throw a strike right now. He's in the yellow energy. He can't throw a strike unless it's middle. And we know this.
Inside ball.
Hasn't thrown me a strike yet. This should be bases loaded. He should be about to walk a run in. That would have been a double play to end the game anyway. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Alec Burleson's getting beamed too, just because I hate you. God. Is that how we'll fall? Because we know Smith-Shawver isn't winning. We're simulate to the end. Oh, we got a win. It wasn't off Smith-Shawver, I'll tell you that much. Yeah, we had to win in extras. Thank God we finally won an extra innings game. We make a big trade. We have this just great offense. And we have a pitching staff of just straight chuds. The bullpen keeps melting down in the biggest situations of the year. Brewstar's been bad. Brewstar's getting traded. Tanner Scott is being traded. I'm getting these horrible contracts off our team. If anybody calls for them, they're available. India and Duhar, Muncy, all of them are available. Because Ben Brown's in for a save opportunity. No outs, Bazana on first, so it's already going so well. I've played these games before. Ben Brown. First look we've actually had of him on the year. That curveball's off the plate away. I'm kind of interested to see how well Ben Brown does. Fastball by ya. Nice try. We'll go fastball high and outside here. Try and get strike 3. How do you hit that? We're going to dance a circle change inside. And it was left over the plate. We got ourselves a double play maybe. Got to work faster than that. We got it. Get a clutch 6-4-3. Just able to work quick enough. And that'll bring up Manzardo. Got to be careful with him. He's got tremendous pop. Let's try and dot this curveball, baby. Way inside. Do not walk Manzardo. I understand they've already traded J-Ram. That's a chopper. India's got it. Ben Brown. What a first on-screen outing for you, bud. Jacob Lopez, 5 innings of great ball. First save of the season for us. Bazana actually had the only 2 hits of the game, which is funny. How far out of the wild card are we? Because I want to make a rash decision. We're 9 games out. As Ryan Pepio gets a 7-0 win, we're going to go to this draft. And it's going to be a hard debate. Robbie Sable is a guy that we really like. We're going to take a look at the second baseman that we've scouted. Mustafa Ball is not quite as good as we think he was going to be. And Nino is a great defender. It really comes down to, does Nino fall or does Robbie fall? I think Robbie's going to be the better overall hitter. Nino is going to be a okay hitter and a dominant defender. We're going to go to the draft and see who can get to us at 6. We have bad news with the Cleveland Guardians. They have taken Nino Portillo, 3rd overall. He's going to want a lot of money. And now we have to hope Robbie can fall 1 pick away from Robbie Sable. Ohio does not ultimately completely screw us. They take Ricky Ramos, which is a fun name. Good defender. We took a look at Gary Rice. Wasn't necessarily sure about him. He was ranked to draft number 1. He's got great control. Doesn't look like he's ever going to have crazy strikeout stuff. Plus the velo isn't all there. Cedric Farley. we didn't really look at him at all. He looks like he could be an interesting center fielder. And then Saul Poe went number 1 overall. He only wants a little bit of money. Good velo, cutter, changeup, slider, good control. Does not look like he's ever going to strike anybody out. And now that leaves us with a decision. We can go to the scouted. Andy Hope. Looks like he could be really good. All right, we got a lot of starting pitching on the board. Joseph Leach. Looks like he could be a stud down the board. Normally, you don't see unranked prospects be that high overall, right? But enough being said, Robbie Sable. I think we've just drafted our future middle infield. I think we really have. As we'll see who gets to us at pick 35. We have pick 35 and 42. So we're going to see who all falls to us. I'll be back after this short break. Now after a short break, I'm still looking at the players available. Mustafa Ball is still here. Which makes me scared to even consider taking him. This Joseph Leach looks exactly like Jackie Zachary, which is kind of funny. Do I wait on somebody who looks like could be generational? He's an unranked player. There's not really anybody else I want to take here. Injury concerns. Doesn't look that great. Right? All of these opted outs and injured players. Right? There's nobody I really want to crazy take on. This kid looks crazy. We're going to add him to the draft queue. We got this catcher. We can add him to a draft board. This he actually looks kind of crazy. Lower overall. Our potential, and he's 21 years old. I think we're just going to take Leach. We're going to draft Joseph Leach here. I understand it's probably a reach, but I want to guarantee that we're getting somebody who looks like he's going to be a good player. We're back on the board, and even though he looks like he's not that crazy good, right, in terms of like overall, I think he's a backup catcher that can help us next year. The 4-year senior out of Alabama, Domingo Rosales, is going to be our second round pick. He's healthy. He's a left-handed bat, which is an interesting twist for a catcher. He doesn't look like his potential is going to be crazy, crazy high. It looks like he's going to be good off the bat, though. That he can be somebody we rush to the big leagues, quite literally, as of next year. That other pitcher I wanted went right before us, only a couple picks ahead. And now is the start of the game. Trying to figure out who will actually be good. Control is something to look for in pitchers. We have a couple position players. We're going to add Joseph Ortiz to the draft queue. We're not going to draft him here. I feel like that's pretty obvious. So we're going to go with Bernaldo. We did not scout very well this year, I would say. This is pick what? Pick 80. Joseph Ortiz is going to be a finished product basically instantly. And we kind of already know what he is. So I'm going to take Jose Ortiz. And we're going to just keep drafting guys that we kind of got on our board. Although this kid's got 99 potential possibly. And he's 19 years old. Or 18 years old. Darnell Zietlow is going to be the pick here in the 4th round. We're just trying to get guys that have high overalls, like Robbie Hare. I don't think we need another second baseman in this draft. We're going to take another third baseman because that's so much different. I'm just looking for overalls. A relief pitcher with crazy good overall, but you can kind of already tell that he won't be any good just because of the control. This guy could be a little bit better. He's a lefty. Buster Gray Ringer. You know what? 6th round pick. Welcome in, Buster. Welcome in, buddy. So we'll simulate through that. We'll simulate that game as, of course, Cleveland wins it. Home run derby time. And nobody on our team actually makes it. So the home run derby. So we can take a look at our lineups to this point in the year. Junior just missed the home run derby. Same thing with Aranda. Rooker's heating up. Max Muncy's kind of gone cold. Miguel Andujar's hitting well. Jackie Zachary is progressing very well at the major league level right now. Hunter Fiducia, he's gotten better. Right, the power is something that we like seeing. He's got 7 home runs, which is now his new career high. I would like the average to be up a little bit more. The average on the on base. And Chandler Simpson is getting worse, which admittedly is not the best thing on planet Earth ever have happened. Henry Davis has been bad. Cam Smith has been ice cold. Brett Wisely doesn't really actually have a real reason to be on this team. And Cody Clemens is existing. But what I will say is our pitching rotation is starting to figure it out. At least here at the top. Ryan Pepio, Luis Morales, Cam Caminetti have been killing it. Bruce Dar has been bad. Tanner Scott has been bad. But a lot of our key guys have been very, very good. We can take a look at the injured list. Roger Morales is going to be fine. And when I look at AAA, Ken Wilson deserves to be up. And I think Brody Hopkins is also going to get called up here. I think both guys really deserve an opportunity. We're just currently unable to probably sign Pepio. We're going to put him on our trade block. Right? I don't want to trade Pepio, but he's in the final year of his deal. He's absolutely crushing it. And he's probably going to be expensive. We'll see how much money it takes to get him. Let's see who's going to all be all-stars for us. Play full game. Take a look at the American League. Nobody in the starting rotation. Edwin is an all-star with the Athletics. He's pitching okay. Nobody in our relief corps. What a season for Victor Vodnik with the Angels. Okay. Offensively, no starters. Jonathan Aranda has made the All-Star team. And that's it. Only Jonathan Aranda is going to make the All-Star team for us. How does Miguel Garcia make it over what Junior Caminero's been doing? How is Nick Kurtz not starting? Who's the starting first baseman for this team right now? Ben Rice? He's been good, but not starter good. It's a fan vote. We know that Junior's an all-star in our hearts. We'll simulate that game. What in the hell is this trade offer? Tim Hawk is an interesting player for Matthews. I'll have to think about this because I don't think Matthews will ever play in the major leagues for us again. So I don't really see why I would want to decline this. It's a 21-year-old prospect who's kind of MLB ready. And we can take a look to see who's all in the futures game for us. We'll take a look. American League. Andre Ullman, one of our prospects, a top prospect at that, is in the starting pitching staff. He's supposed to be the starter. I don't see anybody else from our organization that I immediately respect. For James is hitting second. Xavier Isaac third. Esteban Villalobos is out here. And that's it. So we got a couple guys in it. We're not going to play it. What a blockbuster trade. Taylor Rogers going to the Braves. Austin Hayes following suit. And Jose Buto for a top pitching prospect. Daniel Schneemann and a prospect. So there's that. The Tim was trade was withdrawn. Okay, well, I'm not crazy mad about that. It's Caminetti will get the win against the Mariners. As Matt Brash comes in, he's given up 2 runs, including a home run. We're going to let Jonathan Aranda sim that out, and we drop it. Because why can we not sign our players yet? And key players are going like flies on this trade block right now. It's definitely a seller's market. Ryan Pepiot in this franchise has been uber great for us, right? We can all agree. He has been an ace. Now, I don't want to trade him. And logic says I should trade him. But I'm not going to. We're going to give Ryan Pepiot a big contract extension. Ryan Pepiot is going to stay sitting in this rotation for next year. He's such a good pitcher. We're not going to trade him. Smith-Shawver, on the other hand, is going to be somebody that we might look to move. Willie Abreu's heading to the Mariners for some top prospects. We need to start fielding some trade offers here. We thought about going after Andrew Abbott, and they're going to get him for Carter Jensen, which is a whole lot of nothing. As we continue to sign our guys into the organization, Joseph Leach actually declines to sign that. That's no good. It's Max Muncy having himself a nice game. We're trying to get Tanner Scott off. They need a closer, and he's on the trade block. Not sure why they won't trade him. We're going to get Tanner Scott off this team. And we finally get that trade to be accepted. We've brought in a power-hitting young catcher. 21 years old. He's got a lot of power. Obviously, he's not the greatest players. We also bring in Davision De Los Santos, who is a guy that I really, really liked. He's up at the major league level currently for us right now. We gave up Smith-Shawver, who will go to AAA. We just got better options. Jake Berger, 23 home runs. You can go to AAA. We get rid of Tanner Scott and Nick Sogard. And we've been offered a not-so-great prospect for Andujar. I'd rather hold on to Andujar than just trade him for basically next to nothing. So we up the ante on that offer, and that's going to get the job done. Because we're getting so close to being able to sign all our guys here. So the corresponding move is Brody Hopkins is going to come back to the starting pitching staff. And we're going to promote Anthony Banda. Anthony Banda has pitched very, very well down at AAA. And he's going to be the one that gets the call. We need to add in another lefty. Brody Hopkins will go in for Banda. Banda will slide right into middle relief. If anybody fields offers for Brewstar, we will happily trade him. But welcome back to the majors, Brody Hopkins, who has gotten a lot better since the last time we saw him. We got a bit of a more interesting offer from the Cubs. A relief pitcher who is not good. We're not giving up Andujar for free. That's what we're not about to do here. I promise you. As good, withdraw that offer. I wasn't going to take it. We're now still 5 games under 500. We're 8 games back. Logic says we need to try and trade off these last couple pieces. But we just don't have offers. You can see all the guys that we have out here in offers. Nobody wants to take on anybody right now. A large number of teams are looking to sell. So there's not a whole lot going on for us. Blue Jays are looking to be buyers. It would be smart for us to try and buy and sell right now. And we've done that fairly well. I want us to go and add a player. We got a big trade offer for one of the best pitching prospects in the entire league. The thing is, he's a closer, and I don't want to do that. We can look at the trade hub. We got a big trade where we just send off all of our big trade pieces to the Mariners, who... What's it actually say for us? Recommended strategy, big seller. I agree, but we're going to try and buy around the edges. We'll simulate through the day. The trade ended up being rejected. We tried to make big swings for some top prospects, get rid of some of the dead money. Unfortunate that we couldn't get rid of some of these guys. Max Muncy is a good player. He's kind of blocking some young guys right now. He might be somebody that we put on outright waivers. So simulating the first game outside of the trade deadline, we can view our prospects, and I think we did pretty good. Robbie Sable, the first round pick, looks really good. Joseph Leach, the clutch is really, really bad. This catcher is going to have pop, and he's going to be a good blocker. A lot of guys that can be trade pieces, especially down the board. Joseph Ortiz isn't going to be much of anything. Some C potential guys. We got some pieces that we can move, because next year I think is when we want to go all in. And we weren't able to make the moves I wanted to make at the deadline. Just nobody wanted to take some of our top prospects. Held on to Pepio. Held on to a lot of our starting pitcher pieces. Trey Morgan doesn't deserve to be down in the minors right now. The issue is there's not a spot in this lineup. To tell you the truth, that's the whole issue. Is that he should be taking Max Muncy's spot, but we weren't able to trade him anywhere. And I think it's going to come down. I think Max Muncy we might put on outright waivers. I think Max Muncy is going to be a DFA candidate. We're going to put him on waivers. We're going to go over to third base. And we're going to designate him for assignment. Nothing personal against Max Muncy. Right? I wanted to trade you. We couldn't get one of the deals. We couldn't get a deal done. Who let you steal 7 bags? But we wanted to trade him. We couldn't get the deal done. Brett Wisely is probably close. India, I won't waive quite yet. We're going to bring back up Trey Morgan. Trey Morgan has been so good defensively at first base. Yeah, Jonathan Aranda isn't a bad defender. But Jonathan Aranda is going to be the one moved to DH. Trey Morgan is going to go to first here. And I'm comfortable with Trey Morgan hitting 5th in this lineup. I think he can be an absolute stud. He's up to A potential. He's the number 26 prospect in the entire game. 25-year-old. He's going to be playing every day right now as Davision De Los Santos is hurt. We got plenty of trade chips right now going on into next year. Starting pitcher-wise, Jacob Lopez has struggled again recently. He's got plenty of options. There's no reason to send him down. But if Brody Hopkins does not have a couple better starts coming up here, I get it's one game. Ken Wilson needs to be in the majors. Ken Wilson is a dog. He's getting a lot better. He's up 3 overall. We got so many prospects currently down in the minors that they need opportunities right now. Like Reed Silva ain't even getting opportunities right now. as we'll move Xavier Isaac back up to AAA. And then Kevin Ramey, his one-year wonder season might have happened. D potential, he's struggling down at AA again. He was at AAA before. Carson Williams struggling at AAA also hurts. He's been horrible against right-handed pitching. He can't hit right-handed pitching at all. Then Dane Myers, he's kind of just hanging around down there. Who do we want to call up to A-ball? Let's take a look at the A-ball roster. Let's call up the young catcher. He can go up to AA. I don't see a reason why he shouldn't. He's the only real bat that kind of deserves to be any higher. And we're going to simulate this game. Brody Hopkins pitched fairly well. Now Miguel Andujar, 11-game hitting streak on the line. And we sweep the Texas Rangers. This is why I didn't want to full-on sell. We're 7 games out of a wild card, right? We're nowhere near. Right? We're nowhere near the playoffs. Is Trey Morgan just off to another hot start in the major league level? Mind you, it's 2 games, but 3 hits. In 21 games, he's absolutely raked at the major league level, which is great to see. But we have a chance to have like a big run next year. Jackie Zachary's been great at getting on base. Kind of want to take a look and see where the Rookie of the Year award is currently sitting. He's still sitting in third, not a whole lot of pop. He's got to chase down Luke. Luke is not going to win it in 40-some games, right? We've played double the games. Come on, game. And we're almost at the same amount of RBIs. He's not even in the majors right now, which sucks a lot. Ryan Pepio against the A's. We're going to sim this one. Jonathan Aranda is going to be given a chance. Hunter Fiducia, a fractured wrist, will go to the 50-day IL. The Athletics win by 1. Our everyday catcher is going to be out for 2 months. I think it's time. Blake Sable has had a great season at AAA, don't get me wrong. It's been so great, he's going to go back to being the everyday starter. We're going to make the call, and we are going to promote Ford James to the major league level. Ford James has crushed his way all the way up to the majors this year. We said we weren't going to rush him. I don't think we rushed him at all. It's just time. He's going to be the catcher. The number 1 prospect is going to make his major league debut at a minor league stadium, which favors him a lot against a former pitcher for the Rays. We will player lock as Ford James for the major league debut of the number 1 prospect in all of baseball. Ford James, we're already up 1-0. The power hitting catcher, his first at bat in the majors, and we're just late on a middle fastball. First round pick just a year ago, already in the majors in early August. Swinging through a sinker, we were just late on it. Drew Rasmussen has some great velo, the 0-2, way inside, brushing him back off the plate. Athletics are supposed to be a playoff team this year. Thought we would be as well. The 1-2, what a strong take from Ford James. As the count goes 2-2, known for his patience. Good timing on a middle-in sinker, and it's popped sky high. Unfortunate that we couldn't do more with that pitch, as they've taken the lead right back, but we're behind the plate for Luis Morales. It's an 0-1 count here to Big Amish. Big Amish, I just know, did not lay down a bunt. And we got him at first, but why is Big Amish laying down a bunt in that situation? As Astros have won 7 straight games, First pitch to Ford is going to be slugged high in the air. Going back on it's the center fielder. It's hit right at him. Good timing again on a pitch in the strike zone. That'll bring up Ryan McMahon. Okay, so like we have no chance to catch this runner. But we're going to try. Late on the throw. 99 speed. We never had a real chance. So we got 2 men on. We are the tying run against Keegan Aiken. Roped. It's going to be foul. If it was fair, it was going to be gone. It was going to be a first hit for an opposite field homer just late on the fastball. The 0-1. Crushed high in the air. Going back to center. The center fielder all the way to the wall. Leaps at the wall. It's gone. For James, his first major league hit is a game-tying home run. Welcome to the big leagues, for James. What a swing by the rookie. He had been on every pitch he sees as he scores 3 rookies. Our future is bright. Scoring Trey Morgan and Jackie Zachary. If that's our future shortstop, first baseman, and catcher, that won't be very bad at all. As he was getting to silent treatment for a little bit, as we got some guys out there that know a thing or two about home runs. What a swing that was. As Corey McKinley, they're going to re-show the home run by Ford James. A dead center shot. Didn't know if we got under it just too much. Now we got a runner on first. Unable to block that one. Runner's going to take second base. It's going to be 3-1 here. It's a wild pitch. We tried to block it. My stick's starting to drift. That's not great. That shot through the out or infield. It's bobbled. And we're not going to have like a real play anywhere. A bobble by Rooker is going to cost a run. We homered our first time up, or our last time up. 1 for 3 with a 3-run homer. It looks to be in a losing effort here. As that's hit hard. Third base, what a play. What a play over at third to rob us of a base hit. And that's how this game's going to end. For James' major league debut, he hits the absolute piss out of a home run. Welcome to the big leagues, the #1 prospect in baseball. As we're going to lose a series to the Athletics, we were able to scrape one by as Brody Hopkins has just been bad. Henry Davis, it's bases loaded against Enly De Los Santos. We got 3 bases loaded against him. And I don't think Henry Davis is going to get this at bat, if you know what I'm saying. Henry Davis is going to be pulled back for Ford James. The young man homered in his major league debut. With the bases loaded, does he have another big moment already early on in his career? Hard fastball, slider, and circle change. His big swing and a miss on the slider. We knew we were going to see one of those. 74 power against right. 1-1 off the plate away. They're trying to get Ford to chase. As we play here at Comerica. Fouled back. Please get out of play. Please get out of play. Really? We got 2 on, 2 out here. It's still 0-0, top 9. Ford James is at first. Chandler Simpson's going to be way early on 95. We got 2 not so fast runners on the bags. Chandler Simpson's the fastest one of the bunch. That's going to be hit hard to the shortstop. So they'll go to short way to force out 4 James. We're going to return to simulating. And they're going to win this game. A Wenzel Perez 2-run homer will walk it off. 4 James with a walk. Aranda 2 walks. Miguel Andujar still hitting. So we dropped the first one. It's Jackson Jobe versus Jacob Lopez. We win that one massively. 7-0. Offensive display. 4 James 0 for 4, but that's okay. 4 James with an error is not something that we like to see. Ryan Pepio against Skubal. And we end up taking that series. Henry Davis got the start at catcher in this game. Jonathan India with another home run. Trey Morgan with a triple. Trey with a 3-bagger. Cam Smith with 2 doubles on the day. What a win for us. It's worth 3 games under 500 right now. This offense is absolutely clicking. Miguel Andujar's absolutely raking. Jackie Zachary is progressing still a lot offensively. On base is down. Slugging is down. If we take a look at the awards, though, he should be leading AL rookies and homers. As actually Eduardo Tate has jumped into first place. He's now leading in RBIs. He's the Twins' everyday catcher. If we can just get the average up, we can catch that easily. We're 16 games back of the division. The division's all but lost, but we're still in this wild card race. We just have to catch the Orioles. And we got some big series against them coming up. First game against the Red Sox. Henry Davis, can he do it? It's an injury, a lat muscle strain. We're going to keep Zachary active. And we're going to win that one against the Red Sox. Cam and Eddie against Ranger. Brody Hopkins. Jacob Lopez. We're going to place Zachary on the bench. We are a game over 500 right now. Zachary back on. For James has slugged his second major league homer. The average is way down. He's walking a ton. Or not a ton, it's 2 walks, but his on base is very, very good right now. As Zachary will come back on to be the shortstop. Henry Davis is starting to get hot. I think he just realized that his job as the everyday catcher is over, but actually Hunter Fiducia's going to be in trouble. As the number 1 prospect is up. We can take a look. Fiducia's still 2 months out. Ryan Spikes is going to be back here in a couple days. So we're going to go against the Orioles, and this is a giant matchup for us right now. Ryan Pepio versus Shane Baz. Cody Clemens to the plate. Bases loaded. Cody Clemens has a hit on the day. He's 1 for 3. Who is hitting second today? Or who is he hitting in place of? Because where is Chandler Simpson is worrying me. Cody Clemens will be the batter. The first pitch to Cody, swinging and missing on the split finger. We were just early on it. 99 power against right. As he takes that pitch down and away. 1-1 here to Cody. Could use a massive hit. That's down, a wonderful take. It's 2-1 here to Cody. Good speed on second and third, as that's off the plate away. It's a 3-1 count. A walk will force in a run. The 3-1 pitch to Cody Clemens is down, ball 4. A walk is in, and up comes Jonathan Aranda. Anything in the outfield will be a sac fly RBI, as that pitch is just a strike. We weren't going to offer at it. Pitch to Aranda. Down, ball 1. We got our top 2 middle relievers warming up. The 1-1 pitch to Aranda. It's clocked high in the air. This is going to tie the game. Runners tagging. The throw goes to third. The run scores before the out. They went to third short way. We have tied the game. We will finish playing this game as Anthony Bonda is going to be pulled from this game. We're going to put in Evan Phillips. We'll warm him up just a little bit more. In a tie game, we will face William Contreras, the Adley Rutschman replacement. And we are a red-hot baseball team right now. The only issue is we got behind on the record really, really early as that sweeper's off the plate. Who is catching right now?
Foul ball.
Who is behind home plate? Why is Chandler Simpson catching? Oh, hell no. Brett Wisely is a really good defender, so he's going to stay in this game. Brett Wisely is going to go to third. Cody Clemens is going to be out of the game for Henry Davis. There we go. I was like, who the hell is catching? Where that wasn't a catch. Brett Wisely. And a new position will make the throw on to Trey Morgan. Nice first out of the inning. We now have to tango with Jackson Holiday as we get that fastball. It was a hittable fastball. Lucky he didn't swing as we're ahead 0-2 now. We're going to try a wipeout sweeper. Get it in. Big swing and a miss by Holiday as he'll go down. Up stands Pete Alonso. That pitch just off the plate. We got to be very careful to the polar bear. I'm not saying walk him, but be very, very cautious with his ability. That fastball's just barely called a strike. I think it might have actually gone off the plate. We're going to try and dance a sinker in. Get a rollover. Trey Morgan with a beautiful defensive play will get the out. That's why Trey Morgan is up. It'll be Brent Rooker facing Joe Jimenez. It's a tie game. 0-2. Or the first pitch to Rooker is a high fastball. Contreras is going to challenge. This is close. This is really, really close. No, it really wasn't actually. It split the upstairs black for a strike. I never really understood why they called it the black of the plate. Like the upstairs or the outside black. As that socked into the outfield, that will be caught. Good timing on the slider. What a play by... Is that Eldridge? I think that's Eldridge. God damn it. Trey Morgan comes up. He's 1 for 3 on the day. Hitting .333 is Trey Man. As that's going to be a hard base hit. That's going to help the average. A middle slider. We've gotten hanging pitches today. As that's up now to Miguel Andujar. Not great speed over at first. 0 for 3. He's very due. Slider caught a lot of the plate, but low early on it. We've timed up the last two. The 0-1 to Andujar. That felt like good timing. Just early on a middle slider. Are you kidding me? We couldn't do anything with it. 0-2 to Andujar. That's inside. We won't swing at that. Good take. Joe Jimenez, the 1-2 coming. Trey Morgan at first. Wipeout slider. And Duhar down on strikes. He does not like it. That'll bring up Zachary. The young shortstop is 1 for 3 on the day. Would love a hit here. Late on the fastball. Just late. Basically good timing. 0-1 here to Zachary. Please run into one. Change up. on the bottom of the strike zone. We're early on it. Just can't make contact with it, or at least good contact. 0-2. Swinging through a changeup in an identical spot. We're going to extras. As it's actually Dylan Beavers who I think made that play. What number is he? Nope, it was 14. That shot through the infield. It's not a great throw in. And now we got runners on first and third for Taylor Ward. That pitch is called a strike, and it's a beautiful strike. I'm gonna get that sinker in. Phillips, we need your best stuff here. We're gonna go sweeper off the plate. We can't get a chase. We'll go back to a fastball high, and it's popped sky high in the infield and caught by Trey Morgan. Runners will stay put. I thought about almost letting it drop to get the speedier runner. I don't like that it looked like the runner's getting a bigger lead. You can go back, Beavers. I don't want Dylan Beavers getting any kind of a lead. First pitch to Westberg is a strike. I'm going to keep an eye on him. Henry Davis, one of the better throwing catchers in baseball. I'm going to try and bury this sinker in. Tie him up. It's chopped foul. I'm going to go sweeper down and away to Westberg. Get the swing and a miss. It's hit hard but foul. Pitcher getting tired. We're going to try an upstairs cutter. Swing and a miss. Down goes Westberg. And it'll be Bryce Eldridge, the batter. He robbed us of a double last in the field earlier. Can we get him out on strikes? And that's going to be a home run. Bryce Eldridge just gets one into the first row. That's not even a bad pitch. It was a sinker that split the outside gap. We should have gone to the bullpen.
Ball, that's out.
As soon as we got the notice, it's too late now. That's destroyed foul. That's disheartening. We worked so hard to tie the game. Evan Phillips was pitching so well. That strike, that missed by a hair. Now I'm even more mad. Cutter, strike 3. We'll get the bats back up. We're going to have good speed on second, as if that matters, and it's going to be Johan Duran. So it's 8, 9, and 1 due up. That's going to be flared softly into the outfield. That's going to be a run. Chandler Simpson, a first pitch swinging RBI single. Chandler Simpson, we're going to have running here. Chandler Simpson will run. Brett Wisely at the plate. 0 for 2 on the day. Fastball down. Actually, that was a splitter at 93. I thought that was a fastball. Tells you how well I'm seeing it. As now the clutch stat comes in for Brett. He's got a very high clutch stat. As that served into the outfield, fairly hard hit. It's to the just shy of the track. We weren't going to tag on that. And that'll bring up India. 92 clutch. Fairly well hit on a splitter that's just caught so much plate. Swinging through that splitter. Good timing. Could not touch it. Gotta be careful here with Durantula. 0-1. That's gonna get away from Contreras. 99 speed, easily in. That's something else you gotta consider with the splitters. As it says we checked our swing. We'll take that. That's off the plate. Splitters wildly out of the zone right now. Not a whole lot of confidence in Duran right now. He blows 101 by us. God. Just late on a middle 101. 2-2 count. The pitch. Able to foul off 102. Come on, India. I think Henry Davis is going to be hitting next, which is not great. For us, India 0 for 4. He shows us the sweeper. It's the first time we've seen the sweeper, and it's down to Henry Davis, who is hot right now. Hitting 214 on the year now. Fouls off 101. Felt like he was on it, and we were on it too. Good timing. Could not do anything with that pitch. The 0-1 swung through that splitter just early. Come on, Henry. The 0-2 to Henry Davis. The pitch. We challenge it. It was a dotted fastball in the upstairs corner. And that's how we lose game 1 to the Orioles. Bryce Eldridge, we were a pitch away from a walk-off. We really were. That sucks. Luis Morales. The Orioles win by 1. And we get swept. Basically our playoff hopes and dreams just died in the blink of an eye. Because getting swept now means we are 9 games out. We now have to catch the A's. Brody Hopkins against Boston. Nope. Jacob Lopez. Boston one last time. 6 consecutive losses. It's 4 James has an injury. Make that 7. Griffin Jax trying to get the close. We finally break it against Milwaukee and we take a series. Wow. What a disheartening week of the season. That was just unbelievable. We're hitting just so well offensively right now. It's the rotation that's been the issue all year. Brody Hopkins is pitching very, very well right now. Anthony Banda is not. Neither is Bruzdar. The late relief has been fantastic. It's the middle relief and the starting pitching. The guys we got from the A's have been very inconsistent this year. Caminetti has been great all year. Right? He had a blow-up start against Baltimore and not a great start against Boston. Right? Outside of that, he's been fairly good for us all year. Ryan Pepio got a payday because of how good he's been for us. And Brody Hopkins has been a nice surprise to see this year that he's been out there shoving. Instead of a couple bad starts early, it's been 7 scoreless. 6 1-runs, 6 1-runs, 6 1-runs. So 4 consecutive quality starts for Brody Hopkins. We're just in a very, very good division as we'll face the Astros. Jonathan India, can he win it? We'll win that one. 4 James will place on the bench. As Henry Davis is hot, we're going to put 4 James still back into the lineup. As Zachary starting to get hot here again. He's hitting lefties surprisingly better than he is righties. That's the real shock to me on the year. So we'll play the Astros, and we just swept the Astros. We got the Giants next. Brett Wisely, can we? We win game 1. Griffin Jax seals the deal. And against Painter, we just responded after losing 7 straight by winning 3 straight series. And we're now back in this. What has been this year? We're back to being 6 out behind the Athletics. The injured list, we can take a look. Fiducia will be back in a couple weeks. man. What would we be doing right now? Trey Morgan might just be a stud. Trey Morgan is playing so well. Brent Rooker, like this top of our lineup is so good. I might want to give India a 1-year extension. For a 1-year extension, both these guys want so much money. I'm not willing to give Jonathan India a 5-year deal, as he's been everything that we thought he was going to be in year 1. Brusdar Gratterall can go. Anthony Bonda can very much go. As we're going to sim the final game of August, and we beat the Blue Jays, who's a team that we are in direct running with. We're now 2 games behind them, and they are 4 games behind the Athletics. And I think this is a perfect spot to end what has been an insanely long episode. We are in the playoff chase. After selling off at the deadline, we have gotten great rolls from the rookie catcher, the rookie shortstop, the rookie first baseman hitting in the top of our lineup. We're trying to make a push. The last things we will do is we will go to the starting rotation. Luis Morales has struggled so far in the year. There's one thing I want to do. So we're going to make a couple moves here. First things first, Cody Clemens. We are going to place him on outright waivers. He's going to be designated for assignment. That frees 3 spots up, and that allows us to call up Ken Wilson. Right? That gets a 40-man spot for us open. Ken Wilson will make his major league debut next episode. Then we can go over to shortstop. Carson Williams is heating up down at AAA. We're going to move him up to the majors. And then Theo, who can just play everywhere, is also going to be called up to make his major league debut. He's hit very, very well in the minors. So we're going to have to move around some of this organization, as Davision and Isaac aren't really hitting. But we need to add guys to the AAA team. I see an idea now. We can call up Roger Morales. Kevin Ramey can also get called up. And then for a pitcher, let's take a look at our AA options. We might as well call up Christian Kent to AAA. I don't see how that'll hurt. I understand Zachary has been very, very good against lefties this year. Carson Williams is going to be the starter against lefties. He hits the lefties better in both spots. I trust him. He's a young shortstop, right? He needs to be in the lineup because he's a key piece to this team. He is a key piece. Most likely, I move Zachary to second base because Zachary does not have a strong arm. Carson does. Zachary's probably our future second baseman, right? So he will hit against lefties. Theo Gillen is going to be a guy to give Chandler Simpson days off in center. We need somebody who can go out there and track balls down in the outfield. And this is going to be our team rolling into September. For the pitching rotation, Luis Morales is going to be a long reliever to close out the year. And Ken Wilson, the number 31 prospect in all of baseball, will be making his major league debut the first game of next episode. We are 3 games above 500. We're in the playoff chase. And that is where I'm going to leave us off. The Rays have won 9 consecutive games. We We need to chase down the A's. Who, I mean, we're very comparable to. Pitching staff is better for us in terms of ERA, but this has been an insanely long episode, so it's probably going to end up being close to 3 hours. I'll see how much I can cut down. There's definitely some dead space with the draft, but that's how I'm going to end this episode, guys. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you for the playoff chase. Take it easy.